let's figure out where exactly we're going to go next. Because we still have a hero with us who needs to be ascended, and we still don't know where to take them. I mean, you'd like to think it'll be somewhere around in here. I'm going to give one more loop to the city, and if we don't find what we're looking for here, we'll go back to the colony. And if we don't find what we're looking for there, heaven help me, I don't know what we're going to do. Well, this was not here earlier, was it? Tell me I'm not crazy. Is that just a thing around here? Do those ships just, like, go and come and go and appear in different places occasionally? It makes sense. You know, this is a capital city. You'd expect transports to be kind of in and out, but they park around the randomest of places. Like, remember there's one, it's still parked here. This one right here is just arbitrarily parked here in the way for some reason. Okay, there is just nothing going on around here. This was a big old waste of time. Unfortunately, we have to fast travel to a completely different point in order to get into Colony 11 because the East Gate is closed for some arbitrary reason. Is there anyone new here to talk to? Anything new to talk about? No, there's not. Well, in that case, I don't know what more we could do. I guess we just get desperate and we go around the map one location at a time. So let's see. Anything in the Pantalis region? I guess we're looking for like the exclamation mark. Is it an exclamation mark or is it a question mark that denotes when we've got an Ascension quest that we can go do? Oh, it's look right there. I doubt that's related, but there is a question mark there. That could be for another hero, or it could be for a different quests. And anything that we can do at this point. I don't care what. Just I'll take a quest. I don't mind. I don't at this point have zero preferences about what it is specifically. Where is it located? It's just a thing to do. It's just a thing to do. I don't know what. Probably doesn't have anything to do with Ashera. Let's see. If it's voiced, it's a hero. It's. Are you kidding me? Was she with... Was she in the same colony as Uni? Was she here when this happened? Oh, this is about to be something, isn't it?
Hey, Ashera. Ashera.
Hey, Ashera.
I think we're about to get something very big and deep and dramatic.
What are you doing here? We thought you'd disappeared.
Sorry. I just wanted to see this.
The golden flame clock?
Our lives can shine like gold, but scatter them to the wind and they still end up like this. In spite of that, people are drawn to honor and glory, like moths to a flame. I wonder why.
I hope you're not looking to me for an answer. Perhaps
No,
it's
no
just
one would do
human
that,
nature.
Lance.
Perhaps. Though if that's true, then there's no saving us. We couldn't possibly hope to escape the lure, destined to be caught in the fire and die.
Thanks for that pep talk. So, what you trying to say?
I'm saying that's really not how I want to go. Oops, I'm getting a call. Won't be a minute.
This is Zoran from Colony 11. Come in?
Yes, hello. This is Ashera from Colony 11. You'll have to call back. I'm busy.
Seriously, Ashera? And here I thought I'd give you some good news.
Uh-huh. Something's got you in a good mood, Zor. Guess I will make time for you then.
Don't ask why, but I don't think we're gonna like this.
Yeah, agreed.
A short while ago, Colony 11 received a declaration of war.
Is that all? Come on, what else is new? You know as well as I do, we get those almost every other day.
What if I tell you it's from someone you've been just itching to see again? Need a clue?
Yes.
Are you serious? She's back.
So? Don't keep us in the dark.
Time to rejoice, comrades! A certain Madam Consul has finally deigned to pay a visit, hoping to get her revenge.
What? That freak seriously come back?
She did strike me as the vindictive type.
Alrighty, so Colony 11's in great danger. We have to head over and provide aid.
Uni looks unimpressed for some
What
reason.
rubbish. If you want to go on another rampage, just say so.
Good old Uni, a typically astute observation.
Listen, just finish the job this time, okay? No cutting her loose, please.
I read you. This time I'll put her down, I promise.
If you're finished deliberating, where are you now?
Let's see. The Faunus region, near the old Kana battlefield.
Ah, that's convenient. Approach from the Map the Wildwood side. We'll head out from Colony 11, catch them in a pincer, and crush them in one fell swoop.
Okay.
Oh, nice!
I like the
Let's do
strategy.
that. It sounds fun. Oh, and leave the leader's head on her shoulders. I just promised I'd come to collect it.
I can't guarantee that. Just make sure you're not delayed having some extra fun.
Ah, wait! Sparks. Have to hurry or there'll be trouble.
The only trouble is you psycho. Oh, whatever. Let's go and tear our new one.
Too right. Get ready for battle!
Can we fix that on the new
Can't
Switch
tell
as
if
well?
they're about to hug or throttle each other, those two.
It's definitely one or the other. Also, don't be giving eyes like that to the camera, son. I don't know if you know how that looks right now. I don't know if you understand what you're doing.
Let's take the fight to the enemy. Battle awaits.
Like, that text appeared
hear
on the
you say
screen
that.
long before she started talking, and a part of me wondered if she was actually going to start talking or if the game had broken slightly, so I was just remaining quiet until I found out for sure. Remember the first time we came through here? All those... year ago? Oh, we just really wanted to get to that sword and get answers. And even when you got to the sword, you didn't
Not
get
good.
answers!
The battle's already started.
Hey, look. It's not a colony they're fighting. It's a mix of Kavesi and Agnian troops.
Ours very own private army. I don't think she cares about the optics of this anymore.
No, it seems
We're not gonna know
unlikely.
who's friend and who's foe. What do we do?
I have a cunning plan. We'll just round them all up and...
Bzzzt. Nope, not doing that.
Not going to be a
That
good
was
plan.
joke, dear. For now, we can rendezvous with Colony 11's main force. We'll follow Zor's plan, push for the bridge, and catch the baddies in a pincer. All right?
Yeah. Roger that.
You're starting to sound awfully normal.
Well, you could also summarize it as rush them down and start the carnage.
When you put it like that.
Yeah, it's more Ashera that way, isn't it? I like it though. Let's just... Actually, wait a minute. Could we possibly just fast travel around to the other side of them? Also, I do appreciate that there was just a massive explosion. That was pretty fun. I don't actually have to fight all these guys, right? I can just, like, negotiate my way through. The explosions are fantastic. This is the most, like, full-on war feeling I've gotten this entire game. This is actually incredible that this is happening. It's not quite up on par with the invasion of New LA in X, but very few things are on par with X, one of the best video games of all time.
Sorry to keep you, ladies and gents. The star is here. How's it looking?
Finally, you're here. Things are trickier than we thought.
You're being overrun.
I hate to admit it, but that's about right.
Come on. Try not to sound so miserable. You're making the three ravens look bad.
But seriously, if you're saying that, it sounds like something big is going down.
Indeed. That blasted carrion bird. Queen only knows where she got her claws on a trump card like that.
What card? What do you mean?
You'll find out soon. After we take care of these.
I'm curious to see what this trump card is. I'm curious to see whether or not I remember exactly how to use this class, because we got a new one here. Well, I mean, new one. You know what I mean. Oh, we're not that overpowered compared to them. That was just a really powerful ability, I guess. We are tearing through them, though, and yes, I do remember how to use this character. Beautiful execution of Smash there, team. What do we reckon it is? Do you think they've just brought an entire colony with them? I would love if they just brought an entire colony over here. That would be hilarious. Oh, good. I got a break and topple on that one, but I didn't quite daze them.
Ha! Trying to swamp us with grunts. They'll need a better card than that to...
Yeah, here it comes. What you got?
Hold that thought, Lance. Something's not right here.
No. Oh! Are they, like, animated corpses?
No way. We gotta beat him again?
Ours little trick at work. They keep popping back up no matter what we do.
Neat idea, that. Throws a bit of a spanner into the works.
Whatever. They've pushed us this far. We've got no other option.
Might I recommend fire?
Actually, we'd better fall back to Colony 11.
It's not like you to get cold feet.
I just have a bad feeling about this. Times like these, it's better to follow your gut.
What's the plan?
You lead the retreat of the main force. We lucky few get to guard the rear.
Acknowledged. Don't die on us yet, Ashera.
Here they come, guys.
Don't chase the enemy down. Let them come to us. Remember, we're retreating too.
Disagree. After how easy that was, I recommend we could take them all. What does my big ability do? It better be something super impressive. It's just a big smash from the looks of things. Like, not the move smash, mind you. It's actually an AoE Blaze and Awakened Plus. It's not the most impressive thing in the world. And yes, I do see that we do, in fact, have a chain attack. And no, I'm not going to use it because it would be very wasteful. I got better things to do with my time, like daze this guy. There you go. Now, do we fall back? Apparently we do. Oh, we're falling... Wait, how did these guys slip past us? I do like that they're all making their way towards the wall. That's a good touch. But also, how did they get past us? That doesn't make any sense at all. Hold on. I do want to be able to use a Tier 3 inner... Dang it! I was going to try to get them all involved in the fight, so if we got up to a Tier 3 interlink, we would have enough bad guys left over to actually, like, unleash the carnage on, but the game said no. One great thing about doing it this way is that when this combat encounter ends, everything we've got will recharge and be ready to go at the top of this fight. So it doesn't mean we've got to start the chain attack gauge all over again. Why did I just do that? I did not mean to do that. I mean, I intentionally hit Y, but I don't know why I did it. You know what? Let's do it. Whatever. We'll go interlink now. It doesn't matter. Oh, right. This is why you don't do it, because a Tier 0 interlink does basically no damage. It's almost an entire waste of your time. Unless you're, like, panicking. It makes a great panic maneuver if you're about to die and you just need to buy yourself a couple minutes. Yeah. Out. We're overheated, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like we desperately need that recharge. There's one guy left. And then once he's defeated, we're going to be done. He's a duo blade, an Agnian duo blade, no less. And he's carrying a whole bunch of soldier armor and dog tag. Oh, that's kind of dark. We literally pulled the armor and dog tag off of a corpse. I mean, I'm sure we've done that a number of times in the game. I've just not noticed until now.
Snuff! What is with these mudders? Why won't they just die?
Look, what do we do? There's nowhere left to run.
Truer words were never spoken. Looks like it's curtains for you, scum.
Unpleasant lady.
Well, Madam Consul, you look in good health.
I'm very well, thank you. How about yourself, you filthy animal? You're looking a tad rough, if you don't mind me saying.
I do mind you saying.
We're a little tied up here. Do you mind making this quick?
Oh, enough of these exhausting charades. I don't think you understand the gravity of your situation. If I were to order my army to fall upon you as antholes on a fresh carcass, what do you think would happen? Shall we see?
If you wanted to do that, you could have done it from the start.
Yes, that's
you
true.
obviously want something.
Indeed. And so to the matter at hand. Foul and wicked traitors, listen to me well. Accept my demand, and I shall order my troops to withdraw this instant.
Oh? You'd pull back your troops? In this situation?
I'm sure her worshipfulness would love nothing more than to show us mercy. Ugh!
Wrong. I know a better way to settle things. One that won't leave behind any grudges. Former Commander Ashera, and you, mutinous Ouroboros whelps. I challenge you to a duel.
Deal. Accept.
Excuse me?
A duel? What? Is that like a skirmish?
You ignoramuses. Ah, but
We
no,
must
I
know what a
suppose
duel
it's only
is.
natural you wouldn't know. A duel is a concept from the bygone world. Call it a specific method of waging warfare. You and I will battle under a strict set of rules in order to settle matters once and for all. The winner of the duel will determine how this war ends.
So then you're saying we can finish this thing right now? By ourselves?
This is nonsense. What would you stand to gain from this?
A duel is staked upon one's honor, not one's life. Trivial things such as gain or loss have no bearing here. Ashera, with this duel, I will erase the shame you inflicted and restore my due dignity.
Accept.
I think you understand. Now give me your answer.
I'm just making sure, but what if I refuse?
Then the war is back on. My invincible army will crush your whole colony, and you along with it. Of course, the same will happen if you renege on your word.
Accept.
Okay. Agreed. I'll accept your duel, or what have you.
Most wise. You always were quick on the uptake.
But what are the rules? You said there were specific
Thanks.
rules.
So, what happens now? If we're going to have it out right now, then...
Don't be so hasty. I will send you an invitation with the location of this duel. For now, I shall withdraw my forces.
Huh? Do we need all this beating about the bush? Why not just tell us where it is now?
Hold your insolent tongue. I told you these things have rules. This is a formal engagement, and as such, there are procedures to follow.
This is going to take place at a particular battlefield,
Before
I'm
you
sure.
go, a question. Those troops behind you that you're so proud of, what in the world have you done to them?
I'm under no obligation to tell you. Truly, it has nothing to do with you. More importantly, this will be our final battle. You would do well to prepare yourself.
If that's the game telling me to check my level, I think we're good. Whoa! They did a fade to white and vanished. What a unique ability.
Anyway, does this mean we made it?
Looks that way. Not what I'd call satisfying, though.
Ashera, what will you do?
Oh, I'm sure I'll think of something. For now, we'll go back to Colony 11 and wait for this invitation.
I think I know where it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to entail, though.
We should start by checking on Zoran and the others.
See, they have the ability to open the doors. And they simply choose not to open that one over there. They have the ability to do it. Why? Hello, Zoran and the others. I don't know why none of the others got mentioned,
Yo,
just Zoran.
How are you guys?
I guess because we saw him
appears
earlier.
We've pulled through, for the moment at least. However, it's certainly a strange turn of events.
True. Ours withdrawn her troops, but I'm still uneasy. Everything's going exactly how she planned it.
And what were those soldiers, for Queen's sake? I thought I was going crazy.
Fighting them one-on-one, you might as well be fighting a doll. But the numbers, they just wouldn't die.
No, it's not that they won't die. I think from the start they never had life in them at all.
Ooh.
If Mobius can do something like that, how come they haven't used it before?
Whatever R's plan is, if we're forced into a war of attrition, we stand absolutely no chance. Ashera knows this. That's why she's accepted R's terms. Conceivably.
You reckon? I think she just did her usual, just doing anything to see if it's fun. Well, what are our chances of winning
Ashera?
Great. She's gone.
Don't think she was here in the first place.
What the? Did she just up and disappear on us again? I'm losing my patience with her.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have left the colony.
Say, do you know where she's gone?
Nope.
No clue.
Clyde's still
Queen's
great.
spleen, I hate that maniac.
Queen's spleen is the new term that we're going to say we're going to use from now on, but we've already forgotten it. I beg your pardon? She's what, behind this wall here? We did discover this secret catwalk earlier, but you have to be a real knucklehox to go back here and use it. That's the one we've remembered. Queen's spleen we're going to forget. Knucklehox will be with us forever. Is she having like flashbacks to a previous life or what? Oh! This is that platform! This is that platform we've not been able to get to before! This is where the final battle is going to be! It's gotta be! I thought it was going to be that battlefield. So yeah, she's having like weird flashbacks to previous lives. That's that battlefield out there, though.
Ashera!
That floating platform. That's where we're gonna be.
Uni! Oh, don't tell me I have to look after you too. You've caused enough trouble for us. Don't give me any more. Hey, are you all right?
What do you mean?
You're looking awful. Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm fine. Just great.
Well, I sure hope so. We've still got our stupid jewel thing. You better keep it together.
Sorry. I suppose I'm not feeling too great.
Don't just lie about it then, Queen's sake. You're the one who said you'd beat R.
I mean, yes, that I did. It's just... I can't get into this. To me, this jewel rubbish just sounds like playing at war. It's not the battle I'm after.
This again. Then why did you agree to what she wants?
Why? Well, I don't mind dying myself, but that doesn't mean I'm fine dragging you all down with me.
Oh, you're too kind. Let me remind you, though, we wouldn't be in this mess if it weren't for you.
I might have made a serious miscalculation, I'm ashamed to say.
Hey, there's something I've wanted to ask you. Ashera, what do you really want?
How do you mean?
It's just... what is this battle you're looking for, ultimately? What will it take for you to be satisfied? If all these meaningless fights aren't it, then why not just say it straight? What? What is it? You're just staring at me.
Uni.
Yeah?
This is just hypothetical. But if I asked you here and now to kill me, do you think you would?
What?
Yeah. What an expression.
Real? You're telling that same tired joke. Or maybe you really have lost your mind. Don't just clam up. Say something.
Come on, she's giving up on you.
Huh? A message?
Sorry that I couldn't get to you.
Oh dear. It'll be a summons from our favorite lady consul.
Anywhere
This is
I would have followed you.
A set of coordinates. Wait, this points to... These are right below Keves Castle.
Yes!
Is this some kind of mistake?
I knew it!
I wonder. I suppose we'll know when we get there.
But how do we... I mean, yes, I said it would be the battlefield earlier, but then I figured it out.
If the job's a bad one, it's best to get it over with all snappy-like.
Oi! Wait!
Oh yes, what I was saying before, it was just a joke, like you said. Don't pay it any mind.
It's not really a joke, though, is it? That's something to be concerned about. I've never noticed her strut before. We need to walk behind Ashera a bit more often, I'm thinking. Why don't you take the lead on this one, Ashera? Yeah, why don't you take the lead on this one?
Disappear on us again and I'll thrash the life out of you.
Absolutely we will. We'll thrash her.
Nothing. I'll bear it in mind.
I'm sorry, wait, I'm sorry? Sorry, okay. Right, we need to focus on figuring out how to get down there. We know where it is. I just genuinely have no idea how to reach it. We've never had to. I've tried. Some of you may remember I threw myself off of Keves Castle. I don't know if that made it into a video. Yeah, I'm trying to get down there. Interesting. Let's see. It's just right there. With just no way to reach it. I suppose we'll start from here. Maybe there's a new... Unless we're supposed to go to... It's possible we're supposed to go to Keves Castle first. I don't know. Hovering Reef 0. Oh gosh, sorry about that. You know what? We do have like a little orb we can follow, right? How do we enable that? Is that a real thing? Did I imagine that? Yeah, right. Okay, so from here, you can see there's no clear and obvious way to get down there. It would have to be from like a higher island. Probably not from right there. If I had to guess, I would say it would have to either be from here or from up here. And I guess we can try from right here. No. No, nothing here. And from where I'm standing, I don't really see anything over there. It could be over here. There is that bit of a... plateau would be the term, maybe? I don't know my mountain range terminology. But that flat spot on top of that rock there could very well be our way we need to go. Again, I thought for sure that there was, in fact, a way to bring up, like, a little orb. Like, I'm thinking of the follow orb, or whatever it's called in X. But can't you make, like, a path on the ground that you can follow? Or was that only a thing in the DLC? That doesn't seem like it can be right. Oh! Okay, I did look it up online, and it's right here. It is exactly where I said it would be, exactly where I theorized it would end up being, which is at the top of that little flat rock. But also, I got up here before I realized that it is just... yeah, okay, well. I mean, in the end, we figured it out. At a point where it's a little bit useless for us to have figured it out, but we did figure it out. We know for sure this wasn't up here before, because I tried to find a way to this island, and if it was there this whole time, I would have already discovered it. Again, I was throwing myself off of that ring up there down here. That didn't work. I would not advise that. This is interesting, though. We're finally here. What is this place? Okay, before we rush forward and start things off, I reckon it might be worth our while to climb this rock over here, find our escape route in case things get dicey. I mean, in all actuality, the game will not let us leave. Once the boss fight starts, we're going to be stuck engaging with it until it's over or until we die. No escaping it at that point. But it's worth just climbing up here and having a look around, getting a feel for the land. Also, very beautiful foliage that we're just disappearing into here. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely delightful. You'd like to think that a Switch 2 would have the power to have all that be properly plotted, or whatever the correct terminology is in video gaming. Allow it to be like actual objects that as we crawled through it got pushed out of the way. I mean, you can do it on original... Can we not skip this? You could do it on original recipe Switch, but it's just the amount of processing power required to do that would take away from other things, so it's easier to just make it a flat... What, PNG? What is this? Also, how do I drop? There we go. Uni got the right idea really early on. The difference is Uni wanted to die. I mean, forget what she says. She very clearly did. Otherwise, she wouldn't have thrown herself off the inn. Alright, now can we creep up here from, like, the opposite side? Is there an alternative way in? Can we sneak up on the console? Because hopefully she didn't... Oh, well, looky here. Look what we've discovered a bit too late for it to be
Isn't this
useful.
valuable?
Yeah, it would have been
here,
at one
huh?
point. Not anymore, though. Not anymore, sadly. If they let us upgrade our weapons more than once, certainly. Okay, it looks like we have no other options. We're going to have to approach this thing exactly the way the console expected. But maybe the cutscene won't trigger immediately? Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Look what we've got here. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Let me get this one. Let me have this one. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. This is not going to be what she expects. Now, I realize that in all actuality, what's going to happen here is not that the cutscene is going to play out any differently or that we're going to actually get the drop on her. What's going to happen, though, is that the game's not going to anticipate this and the cutscene's going to be wrong. Because we're already up here and it's going to show us walking up from the other direction. See? What I've managed to do is break immersion.
Can't believe it.
To no one's
Who
benefit.
knew there was a place like this beneath the castle?
There's nothing here at all. Right. But, what's going on? It feels like the skin on the back of my neck's crawling.
This place. It's... Ah,
Ashera? What's up?
it's nothing.
That's something you would say when it
Nothing at all.
definitely is something.
Welcome to the bottom of the world. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm finally here. What's the next step? Self-introductions? Or maybe we can just get down to the killing.
Yeah.
No need to be so impatient. After all, this might be the last time we two will get to clash with one another.
And does it say anywhere in your rules that we have to chew the fat down in the arse end of nowhere? Ah, do you think I'm playing around?
Don't get so bent out of shape. Is this place not to your liking? Observe. I've prepared this very special stage for our very special battle. I can't think of a more appropriate place for our duel than this, the ass end of nowhere, as you so aptly put it.
Huh.
What's wrong? You're very quiet. At this point, you'd usually have something glib to say. This isn't like you, my dear. Ah, could it be your neck injury is troubling you? Something along those lines, perhaps?
You and I, we've met before.
Incorrect. This is, in fact, the first time. However, I know what it is you remember. I know everything about you. Didn't I say before? There's nowhere more appropriate for our duel. Don't tell me. Did you truly think that you could hide it? You didn't think we'd know?
Hey, the spark is she blabbing on about here?
Oh, come on now. You haven't even told your friends, Ashera. Well, I suppose you couldn't have. Right? You're a coward.
Ashera! What the spark? When did they?
I got you there, you imbecile!
No! Ashera! You've got to hang in there!
She's some kind of immortal? She has a neck injury that she remembers. What's that all about? Oh, has this happened to her many times?
No way! Ashera's...
Expertly done, W. Everything is going exactly as I planned.
Can play with doll?
Oh, yes. Be my guest. Play with your little doll to your heart's content.
Yay!
Is this one a child?
So that was it?
Well,
Those soldiers weren't ours doing at all.
wouldn't be the first.
They were being controlled by this other console instead.
she wanted all along. And we fell for it. Duel my ass.
Yeah, she's not
That's
followed the
where you're
rules.
What follows next will be a duel, plainly and unmistakably. Only, your opponent might be a little closer to home.
I think you could have had a better one-liner there, but alright, fair enough.
Over here. You didn't disappoint. Just watch.
How about this?
Combine and strike.
Eat this!
Come on now.
I hate that she's not talking. She's normally full of quips, and she's just very silently fighting us. And I get that that's probably what they were going for, but I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Oh no, that's her doing that! And she just sounds really, like, depressed the whole time. I hate this. Does that mean that they actually went through the effort of having the VA read out alternate versions of her attacks while being, like, under a spell and sounding depressed? I guess that's exactly what that means. What else could that mean? And guess what, everyone? I finally got my Tier 3 interlink that I've been wanting this whole time. Okay. And all for what, I ask you? And all for what?
Good. At this rate,
If we hold back, she'll wipe the floor with us. But we can't. Snuff! What do we do?
Excellent. Marvelous. Each move so steady, so precise, so certain. Oh, I do love a good game of chess. I knew it would be worth the trouble I went to, putting this glorious stage together.
Kill?
Not yet. Play with them a little more. This appetizer isn't nearly enough to satisfy me.
Play. Oh?
Have we had the ability to do that this whole time?
Judy! What do you think you're doing?
Hey, Ashera. What was it you told me? Something about there being no friends or foes when fighting each other to the death or whatever. That's why I just had to take that shot. You should be happy with that, right?
Oh, now this is unexpected. Caught a taste of her lust for battle, have you?
Belt up! You just shut your ugly trap!
What?
Hey! You're satisfied with that, right? So come on! Wake the spark up! Right now! There's no snuffing way this is the death you were looking for! Am I wrong? Ashera!
No, you're not wrong. But anyone else would be dead right now. You fool.
Ashera!
Been a real while since I took a hit like that. But I owe you one. I'm back and I never felt more alive.
Damn it! W! What are you playing at? Seize her again!
I can't. She put up barriers around her psyche. Anything more than a lifeless husk, and it's too hard.
Cease your belly aching and do it! Just do it now! Do it! Do it! Do it!
I told you, I can't.
And off she goes!
I've come too far for you to muck this up now!
Oh dear. Having a fallout? Is this part of your duels rules too?
Shut up! I'll tell you what I think of our shitting duel!
If I just murder the lot of you here, then it's all the same to me! W! Bring out all the husks we have! And don't even think about abstaining yourself!
Okay.
Ashera! Don't forget!
I hate that
Remember
W
what
sounds a
you
lot
promised.
like Sagiri.
I remember.
That's the vibe I'm getting, and
How
it makes
about
me
we end this
sad.
once and for all.
Also, the W is horrifically frightening. I say, you know what? No, we'll start with this one. Okay, guess what I did? I got it back again. And so help me if I lose it before this fight is... Well, I will lose it before the fight is over. What I don't want to do is have it just, like, vanish because... it cutscene. You know what? Let's stick it to him. Whatever, we'll do a chain attack. I don't mind. We'll finish him off in it. Get some bonus XP off of him. Beautiful. Satisfying. Wish I could hear them cry, "No! Oh, curse you, Ouroboros!" Or whatever they would say. Well, that's unfortunate. If I knew I was going to get them in one hit, I would have used Noah instead. But, I mean, they're already defeated. So that's fine. I'm curious to see how much damage we do. We got 2 insane numbers in the DLC. Numbers well beyond anything I've seen in the base game. So, I think it's going to be a long time before we see numbers like that. Maybe if at max level, like, 2 mil is nothing at this point. Where we're at now, having what we've done in the DLC to kind of look on as a reference, that was nothing. Hey, I thought you were supposed to be bringing some lifeless husks into this battle. I can't help but notice I've not seen any of those. Like, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying I feel like we were promised a more difficult encounter than what we've been given thus far. This game kind of suffers from something that I also noticed in Final Fantasy XVI, which is that after a while... Sorry, I'm fixing my mustache. After a while, every fight just kind of feels the same. You know, once you have like a certain amount of abilities, you reach a certain level, every fight is just going through the same motions until the bad guy's defeated. You know what game doesn't have that? A little game called Final Fantasy VII Remake. Or Kingdom Hearts, to that matter. But honestly, the final fight in Final Fantasy XVI felt no different than most of the other boss fights. It was visually stunning. Music was stellar. Just superb overall presentation, but pretty much the same boss fight. Well, that was also a mistake, but possibly a more costly one, because that means that we're probably not going to deal enough damage to defeat them during this. I should have realized what our level was going to end up being, or what our total was going to end up being there. I foolishly was not paying enough attention. That means we might be missing out on some absolutely stellar XP here. Oh! I can't even be mad at the game. That's entirely my own failing. Just my inability to actually, like, take no... Twice in a row I made that mistake. That was 2 chain attacks in a row. I mean, we did defeat them the first one, but in the second one I made the mistake of... Using...
That brings our business to a close, Madam Consul. Any last words?
Yes. Gloat. Maniac. I hope you lose your mind. Writhe in agony. You can run from your pain all you want. It'll only happen again.
Yeah, are you gonna explain yourself?
No matter how much you fight, no matter how many lives you take.
Even if it works out the same, I have to fight against it. This pain. However many times. The look on your face tells me you want to ask something.
Yeah, what's going on around here?
You knew about all this from the start? About Mobius? About how the people of this world are born, all that?
Kind of seemed to imply
Since
that.
before you even met us? All along?
Can I tell you a story?
I would love for you to.
It's from a ridiculously long time ago. A time all but gone from memory. Today, soldiers fight and scrabble to survive for 10 years. All to be blessed with the honor of the homecoming ritual. But once, there was a time when there was no such thing as a homecoming ritual.
You what? I've never heard this before.
I did just say, it's all but gone from memory. Even so, there was a ceremony for those soldiers who reached homecoming age. Do you know what would happen? A consul would end them personally. No officers to be seen. In other words, an execution.
What? Execution? What the spark for?
It sounds better if you call it a ceremony to offer up the light of a person's life. But really, all that awaited them was a death much more humiliating than if they'd fallen to an enemy's blade.
But that doesn't make any sense. And why do you know any of this?
Yeah, that's the part I'm curious about. Because it almost feels like she remembers her previous lives. Maybe not all of them, but...
Wait. No way. You don't mean...
This scar on my neck. I didn't always have this, you know. It starts appearing as I get older, along with memories of that day and the pain. Each time I remember thinking one thing. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I didn't go through all this fighting for it to end like this. And another lovely gift. The pain keeps getting worse and worse. It'll become unbearable as homecoming nears. Until finally I go mad from the pain, and then...
I didn't... How many times have you had to go through this? Do you know?
Uni. I know to you it must have seemed like I just spout nonsense and try to look cool. But really, I just want to escape. Escape the feeling that death is wrapped around my throat, ready to take me.
Music is on point.
So, there you have it. All I want is to die in the time and place that I choose. That's basically it. Yeah, maybe I really am just a coward.
Ashera. Wow. Now I get why you asked me if I'd kill you.
You must have thought I was a fool. But you see, Uni, it would mean more to me. Much more than any of the deaths I've gone through until now.
I'll do it. No need to convince me any further.
Thank you. This way I can finally move on without any regrets.
However, under one condition. If I'm gonna kill you, I go too. You gotta take me with you.
Huh? Sorry, run that past me again?
Oh, just forget it. Shut up. I know, I'm sounding like an idiot. But guess there's no help in that. I've sort of realized you're the same as me.
I'm the same as you.
So you won't hear any crap like, you gotta tough it out, you gotta live on. Or, anything's better than dying. Not from me, of all people. I'd just rather help you find the right place where you can end things. And if I mess that up, I'll just have to kick your bucket myself. But you've got to do the same for me, and I'm not taking no for an answer. Deal?
Uni, do you remember?
But Ashera, both of our lives, they don't belong to just us, you know.
You've got me there. You put me in a bind. Guess I can't go dying just yet.
They really brought home that sentimentality, didn't they? A deep-seated scar. Having learned the truth about Ashera, Uni made a portentous vow with her. Ashera seemed touched? Yeah, that might be the right word. Of course, she has leveled up. I like that they're not giving us the verbose sound effects right now. It would definitely take away from this moment. I'm sorry? Wait, what? And what is this? Do you reckon that they're going to open up that big door back there? Is that what this is? Is that where this is leading? Will they open up the door that divides this colony from that city? Oh, great timing. I was actually waiting for you, gentlefolk. I must be losing it. We ain't been through this before. We have. Something tells me we're not going to like what's next. Oof, failed at the first hurdle. And here I wanted to invite you just because you're you. What are you inviting us to? Ugh, don't. A very good question. There's your regular event going on at the colony, namely, the battle to the death to see who's strongest in Colony 11 competition. The what now? The everyone in Colony 11 fights to the death for the fun competition. That's a different name. Putting aside the naming scheme for a moment, it sounds like a mock battle involving every soldier in the colony. More or less. Not that some lukewarm mock battle isn't enough to satisfy our lot. Especially now. Thanks to you lot, everyone's urge to kill is stronger than ever before. In a good way. How do you tell the difference? Look, people really want you to join. Please, go on. Go a few rounds with these lesser beings. Why don't you just face off against everyone yourself? That's more your style. Oh, I'm not taking part. What? You're not planning on foisting some crappy task on us while you watch from a distance, are you? Look, it's a competition to see who's the strongest. What's the point in taking part when I'm already the best? Yikes, you gotta admire her confidence. So there you have it. This time, I won't take my usual place by your side. So this time, your ringer has to be someone else. For example, how about the commander of Colony Gamma? Teach? Hold up. What are you planning this time? No need to be so guarded. I've just always found him interesting. Whenever you act like nothing's up, you always got some scheme brewing. Uni gets it, as I should have expected for her titanic brain. Even though it's a little complicated. Actually, no, it's pretty straightforward. I just wanted to see if he could measure up. That's all, honestly. That said, teacher probably would accept. Splendid. If you could bring him here, you'd make me very happy. Wait, hold up. When did we say we were going to join in on this? A tad late to ask that now. Uni's just giving him that face, like the sweetest little Boston Terrier who's just done something remarkably stupid and is just looking up at you like, why are you mad at me? Well, we'll do that next time. Until then, thank you folks for watching. I think this is going to have to be split into 2 episodes because it's been going for a hot minute. Until then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and no, this door still doesn't open. Goodbye.